Before the sun dares paint the gray, through hills where morning fog is spun, my world awakes in fire and shade, before the day's yet begun. No bird song calls, but bellows groan. A stone beast draws its first deep breath. I wake the forge and stand alone, and cheat the silence of its death. The coals catch fire, a nervous sound like ancient bones that shift and wake. A hungry flame on holy ground, forcing the sleeping world to break. And a hammer falls, a striking bell. It's the only voice, the only prayer. In this burning heart of a man-made hell, I forge my soul and cast my care. With every beat, a rhythm starts, a song of will and fire and steel. Shape the steel and broken parts, and chase the ghost of a waking dream. The thick air bites, a potent brew of acrid smoke and metal scream. The hissing steam, forever new, flows from a blackened oaken beam. A stranger's lungs would choke and weep, but this is life, the air I own. While silent silver scars run deep from fiery kisses I have known. My hands can feel, my hands just know the iron's will, the iron's plea. From lifeless cold to blind glow, it speaks a silent word to me. And the hammer falls, a striking bell. It's the only voice, the only prayer. In this burning heart of a man-made hell, I forge my soul and cast my care. With every beat, a rhythm starts, a song of will and fire and steam. I shape the steel and broken parts, and chase the ghost of a waking dream. Listen close, my father's ghost would say, the metal speaks when it is ready. A blacksmith learns to wait and weigh one single heartbeat, true and steady. I pull the sun out from the coals, a blinding light upon the steel. This fiery dance consumes my goals, and for a moment makes me feel. But deep inside, where embers fade, a quiet part of me will roam. Beyond the noise my hammer's made, to find a face I've never known. The rhythm sets my spirit free, to search the dark, to look for you. In the anvil's heartbeat I can see a vision that I know is true. I know it's true. In the anvil's heartbeat, I see you.
Long before the first ray of sunlight pierced the morning fog over Hillshire, Aidan's day had already begun. Born of fire and shadow, his world didn't wake to birdsong, but to the deep, guttural hum of the bellowsta. First breath of the stone beast that was his smithy. Alone in the darkness, Aidan became its lungs, pulling the long wooden lever, sending cold air on its journey to the heart of the forge. Then came the dry, nervous crackle of igniting coals, like ancient bones stirring. And finally, the flame was born. It burst from the furnace, not as a timid flicker, but as a roaring torrent, instantly devouring the air, and bathing the old stone walls in an anxious, pulsating orange light. The deep, ancient shadows, as if eternal night had pooled in this place, darted into the corners. They didn't surrender. They merely hid in the crevices of the stonework and beneath the vaulted ceiling, patiently waiting for the fire to tire and the darkness to return. The air inside the workshop rapidly thickened, turning into a dense cocktail of smells familiar to Aiden since infancy. The acrid, nose-tickling smoke mingled with the sharp, piercing stench of white-hot metal. A light, fresh scent of steam hissed from a huge oaken barrel of water, black with scale. To an outsider, this air would be torture, making the eyes water and the throat burn. But for Aiden, it was the smell of home, the smell of his craft, the smell of life itself. He stood before the anvil, bare to the waist, his body a part of this primordial landscape. Muscles on his back and arms rolled under skin riddled with a whimsical network of pale, silvery scars, fiery kisses from his jealous and demanding craft. His hands knew everything. These broad, calloused palms, with their short but incredibly strong fingers, remembered the bitter cold of lifeless iron and its trembling, submissive pliability in the cleansing flame. They felt the slightest vibration of the metal under the hammer's blows, unerringly predicting the one true moment when it was ready to take shape, and that treacherous instant when it would turn brittle, tired of the endless beatings. Today, his hands were teaching obedience to a long iron rod. It was destined, by the will of the innkeeper from the Sleepy Griffin, to become a dozen sturdy hinges for new oak shutters. As the old ones hadn't survived the fury of the autumn winds, with tongues that seemed an extension of his own arm, he snatched the bar from the fiery maw of the forge. It shone so brightly it was painful to look at a small, man-made setting sun. The first strike of the hammering in, clear, assertive, it set the rhythm. This sound was his voice, his song. The second, the third heavy, muffled, shaping. And now the faceless piece of iron, screaming with heat, began to acquire a curve, submitting to the master's will and strength. A little longer. Even heat is the key to strength. His father's voice echoed in his head, indistinguishable from his own thoughts. It was etched into his memory as deeply as the coal dust was ground into the pores of his skin. Listen to the metal, Aiden. It will tell you when it's ready. Don't rush it, and don't be late. A smith is one who knows how to wait for the right heartbeat. And Aiden listened. He wasn't just a blacksmith. He was a confidant and a confessor to the metal. With each precise, measured strike upon the anvil, he seemed to hammer a part of his soul, his will, and his patience into the lifeless matter, forcing it to find meaning and to serve people. But even in this fiery, furious dance that consumed nearly all his physical and mental exertion, a hidden part of his mind remained free. It wandered far from here, into misty, ethereal lands where not even the most intense heat of his forge could penetrate. The rhythm of the hammer was his meditation, his only way to wall himself off from the bustling world, to peer into the deepest wells of his own soul. And there, at the bottom of those wells, in the shimmering darkness, he always searched for the same face, a face he had never seen in waking life, but knew better than his own. Thank you for joining us in the forge today. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of craftsmanship and story, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring more tales, like Aiden's, to life. We'll see you in the next one.